105.1 The Bounce, Detroit's throwback for hip-hop and R&B. It's your boy Showtime, the Czar. In the studio with me right now, I have one of the top 5 hip-hop podcasts in the state of Michigan. And if you ain't been on his show yet, you probably ain't doing too much, man. I got Kid L. What up, though, man?
What's happening? Thank you for the introduction, man.
You like that?
Yeah. I do dig it.
Does it feel weird to be on this side of the mic?
No, I get interviewed pretty often.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So you're not uncomfortable right now?
No, heck no.
Bet. I feel like we should start from the beginning, man, because I don't think people have heard the Kid L story for real, man. What were you doing before you got into the podcast game and just involved in hip hop in general?
For sure. So around 2010, I was doing music videos. I was primarily shooting for Nolan Presley, which is 2 Chainz' sound engineer right now. We were working on this tape called Shed Life, and I was just shooting music videos constantly up until I think the point of relevancy would be 2017 when I met Sada Baby, and I started shooting music videos for him. Our first music video that we shot got 1 million views together. And then we just continued to shoot music videos together. My name started building around the Detroit community, and people were just like hitting me up to shoot music videos all the time. So I got circulated in the scene by shooting music videos pretty much.
I never knew you did videos, so that's interesting.
Crazy, right? Yeah, we have over 11 million views on music videos that we shot.
What was the first song you did with Sada Baby?
Can I cuss that? I mean, it's a cuss word. It's ape and then S-H-I-T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I heard. Okay. I'm hip. Well, so describe your relationship with Sada Baby, because that was the first. I mean, I've seen him defend you against a lot of.
No, Sada Baby, we met just randomly at a video shoot. I had no clue who he was. We met, and then I think Jobina was there, rest in peace, JB, but she was like, yo, do you want to shoot more music videos for Sada Baby? And I was like, yeah. So we just kept shooting after that, and that's kind of how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Just a random video shoot.
Yeah.
We kept shooting together. He started basketball leagues, so we started shooting basketball games together. But just naturally, we both have like a quirky, funny side to us that gravitated towards each other, and then that's how kind of we built our relationship.
So you shoot your own videos when you do the podcast?
I have a person that runs our production. His name is Nick, Hilo Visuals. He runs production for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've been called a culture vulture a couple times in your career so far, man. How you feel about that?
I don't know. You know, to me, I see everybody's perspective in life, and I look at life like that with everything. I look at everybody's perspective, no matter what the situation is, because everybody sees something differently. And who am I to say you see something wrong and I see something right? You know what I mean? I can't look at somebody and try to change their mind about something. For me, what I do is just natural, organic. I love to be in entertainment. I'm in entertainment. I'm doing it at a high level, and you know that's all I can do, really.
Do you think it's because you interview so many black entertainers, or do you think it's because you're not black interviewing so many black entertainers? Because you see that with other people like
right.
the Vlads and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say y'all are culture vultures, because it doesn't seem fraudulent what y'all do. You seem part of it. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I think it is? I think if you literally strategize, like, oh, dang, the Detroit music scene's hot. Let me figure out how to, like, get myself involved and pick and choose. I think that's what being a culture vulture is. I think when you strategize, like, how to take from it and not give anything back, that's what makes you a culture vulture. When I got in the music scene, I didn't even think about, I don't think about race. I don't think about any of that, but I understand why people do think of that. When I was working, I was just working. It was just it. It was just work. It wasn't like, yo, man, this dude's hot and this dude's hot. Like, let me work with this dude. It was literally like, yo, it's just work.
Right.
And that's always how it's been for me.
Right. Okay. You, where are you from?
I was born in Warren, then I moved to Metro Detroit. Right now, I'm debating between going to Atlanta or LA, so I'm kind of like in the mix of deciding my next move.
Up and leave on this, man? What's going on?
I get opportunities for people that want me to fly out, so I'm thinking about things right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you thought about getting into the streaming game, man? Because your podcast is so big, and I think the streaming thing is exploding. Like,
yeah, streaming is doing very well right now. I'm seeing a lot of people burst off of that. I just, you know how it gets when you do this, right? So you know how it gets when you do stuff on live, and it's like somebody could say the wrong thing, and then you got to clip it out. And it's like the whole world already seen it. We've had plenty of interviews with rappers where they like basically indict themselves, and then they're like, yo, can you take that out? And I'm like, I got you, don't worry about it. Now imagine if that was live streamed. You can't take that back, so it's over with at that point. Also on top of that, I admire the Twitch streaming angle, but I also think that it's too much overexposure, and you're kind of blowing the mystique of a production at that point. I think streamers should be streamers, and I think people that are not streamers should just focus on their own lane. Like, you're noticing a lot of rappers are getting into the Twitch game.
Yes.
And it's like, yo, man, now I'm knowing the entire thing about you. I'm knowing everything. There's no walls. I don't know any mystery about you. I get to see you 24 hours a day eating Doritos and just chilling. Like, that's not what I grew up listening to an artist for. I like that I didn't know everything about them or get to see them all the time. So I think everybody needs to stick to their own lane, and Twitch is its own lane. So if you're a Twitch streamer, go be a Twitch streamer. If you're a rapper, go be a rapper. If you're a producer, go be a producer.
I feel that. You've had your hand in the Detroit music scene for quite a long time, man. A lot of people come to your podcast before they blow up or while they're blowing up, man. How do you does that pressure ever get you having so many people come to your podcast and then, you know what I'm saying, being so instrumental in the game?
You know, the only pressure there is that you have to know the history a lot, and sometimes the history is divided because some people will say that these things happen, and some people will say that, no, this is what happened, and then I'm caught in the middle of, like, I'm interviewing somebody that's giving their story of what happened, and then there's 1,000 other people like, that's not what happened. So that's the only pressure, is being accurate. Like when we did the Babyface Ray interview, I was like, I wanted to have a good time with him and just like chop it up, and I was like, the audience is gonna want the story and the depth,
right, the TV
information,
side and all that.
and then but the funniest parts and the best parts are when we were just kicking it and chopping it up. But I knew deep down, I was like, the audience is gonna want to know some history, so let's be accurate. Let's figure out all this information. And even him, at sometimes he was like, man, I don't know if some of the stuff I'm gonna say is accurate, but here's what it is. And so you kind of get caught up in like being super accurate all the time, and that's the only thing I have pressure with, just making sure the details and facts are there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that do get difficult sometimes too, because it's like, how do you fact check it? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like, where's the history book on Detroit music? Like,
Yeah.
Pull it up real quick. Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Who'd you grow up listening to, bro?
I grew up. I think the first artist that I got hip to was Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Big L, Wyclef, Akon. Those are kind of like all mainstream. I wasn't really too super hip to the underground when I was growing up.
Who was the first? Like, was the Sada Baby the first underground artist you got?
No, I was hearing Doughboy's Cash Out.
Oh, okay, got you.
And
Yeah,
HBK, you know what I'm saying? And so it was, I heard Doughboys more than anything else from the underground scene growing up.
nice. You had an incident with a comedian, Get Money Mark, that lasted for about 2 years. Yeah,
What up, Mark?
yeah. The rumor is that it got squashed during Snap Dogg's boxing match.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't understand what happened exactly, but yeah, he pretty much flamed.
Did you
up.
approach him? Did he approach you? Y'all obviously settled it like men and didn't have.
We ran into each other, and it was pretty awkward because we were both kind of like, all right, we got to be cool right now. And then we were like, you know what, man? Like, as we started talking, we're like, yo, what are we doing? You know, like we kind of both like, let's simmer down, like let's relax and just get back on the horse and make things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that was around the time where a lot of people just wanted to take shots at me, because that's like a constant thing. Like, always people want to take shots. One of my friends just took a shot at me, which is crazy. My friend Chopper Lee from Big Squad, which just blew my mind, because
Right.
it's like I've known him for like 6 years now, always supported him, and then out of nowhere the other day he made a story post like, screw Kid L, Kid L's this, Kid L's that, he's this and that, he's and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yo, you're my boy. I messaged him like, aren't you Big Squad? Like, what are you like, what are you doing right now? And he just went off, and I'm just sitting there going like, it's crazy how your friends turn on you. He kept saying like, oh, you're too big time now, you're too famous now, you're too this, you're too that, and I'm sitting there going like, yo, this really happens. All that stuff rappers talk about, like when you start getting a little bit of momentum, your friends start turning on you, as a real thing. It really blows your mind that it's a real thing. But I noticed that the bigger I get, the more people wanted to take shots at me, like Randy Rosario or whatever you call it, whatever her name is. Her taking shots at me was crazy, because I don't know this woman. And I seen her at an event, and she was staring me down at the event. Next thing I know, she posts on Facebook, Kid L's a culture vulture. Get him out of the culture. Get him out of here.
I feel like, bro, the culture vulture thing is so easy. I ain't mean to cut you off, but the thing is so easy for you because, again, you not being black, and I don't want to keep making it a race thing, but it's like people can use that as, well, he's profiting off of our culture.
Right.
Does that ever get to you, man? Like, yo, I'm not doing what y'all think I'm doing, man.
Well, like I said, man, you know, everybody has a perspective. So it took me a while to get it, but I get it now, and I see what people are talking about. But you know what, man? I look at entertainment like entertainment. You know, you can't subjugate entertainment. You can't do that. It's just it's the most radical thing you can do. If you go to LA right now, if I tell you let's go to California, where are you gonna take me for the music scene? Where are you gonna take me when I get there? You're gonna take me to Hollywood. You're gonna take me to Burbank. You're gonna take me to LA. If I come to Michigan, where are you going to take me when it comes to the music scene? You're going to take me to Detroit, or the entertainment scene. You're going to take me to Detroit.
Yeah.
You work around the entertainment scene, and it naturally gravitated to me, and I naturally gravitated toward it. You got to look at this, man. All the rappers that surround me and back me are like from Detroit, right? And they're super stamped in the game. You think they'd be standing around me if they thought that I was a funky dude that was just
Yeah,
trying to profit off everybody. No. So you're discrediting every single person that represents me or every single person that backs me when you do that. So you better stop listening to their music, or you better stop watching their music videos or pulling up to their shows. If you're so against me, then you should be against all the rappers that support me too.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that make any sense?
Right. So you never. Okay, I like that, man, because it's right. If the people are supporting you, the same rappers, you shouldn't not like them. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, you think these people are valid, right?
Right.
But they're doing something that's so
And they
against you,
backing what
so
you're saying.
invalid to you. Like, wouldn't you just be like, yo, I'm not listening to that dude anymore? Like, that dude sounds crazy for supporting that dude. That's
Right,
what I
right.
do. Sometimes if somebody supports somebody that's so left out of field, it's like, yo, you really support. Like, if you're supporting some things that Kanye does, I start looking at you like, yo, you're really supporting Kanye for him saying and doing that?
Right.
I can't even think about you right now, man. You're talking too crazy for me.
You ever thought about producing music, bro? Or
No, man. It's like I said, everybody needs to stick to their own lane. Everybody's got a lane. Stick to it, man. Don't crowd your mind with all these different ideas trying to monetize off of everything you can. You know what I mean?
Okay. So no outside, I guess podcasting is like, since that's your lane, you don't want to go outside of that.
Anything
at all?
I've already done, I'll continue to do. So
Okay.
So if I'm working on movies, I worked on
That was
movies.
my next question.
Yeah, I work on documentaries. I work on movies. I work on short films. I've always done skits. Podcasting is just the thing that you see fill up the timeline the most, because it's the best thing to propagate, because you're helping artists get exposure and it's helping our platform get exposure at the same time.
What got you into doing the movies?
I've just been doing it forever. I've just been working on films forever. Just always behind the scenes, just always dabbling in somebody's set, acting a little bit. Me and Tattoo Man Paige, Crystal the Doll, and Jackpot the Juice did a movie called Strange Fruit a few years ago.
This is on Tubi, right?
Yeah,
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I worked on The Great American Family, which is a documentary about Don Kasbar, who was arrested during the embargo in Iraq. So like, I just work on stuff like whatever I see like that I like, I work on it.
All right, two more things. I'm gonna let you get up out of here,
For
man.
sure.
What is the process for somebody or how do you go about doing your interviews, man? Because you interview some of the biggest names, and like, I don't even want to just say just music, because I've seen you do counselors, and you just interviewed someone running for mayor and stuff
Yep,
like that.
John
So
Barlow, yep.
yeah. So how do you go about selecting who you want to have on your show? Is there any time someone is like, just, you're like, nah, I don't want to do that interview?
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, 99.9% of the time we're rejecting people who try to come on because there's nothing going on really. But it's just about, if I like it, if I see somebody, if I look at their eyes and I go like, this person would make sense to be on the couch, that's how it works normally. It's just like, I see that person and it makes sense.
Got you. All right, man, what is up next for Kid L? Like, what can people be on the lookout for?
Right now, we're continuing to expand the podcast. We're starting a multimedia structure where we're going to have other talent come aboard and work with us, and place them in situations where they can run a gaming department or relationships department, financial department. Also, Artist X, man. Artist X is a consultation we do for artists that are upcoming, that are trying to figure out the game and how to structure themselves and strategize themselves. Because I think it is a very, very tornado-y world in the rap scene right now, so you need a little bit of guidance while you're in it.
What do you mean by a tornado scene? Like,
everybody's getting scammed.
ooh.
All these upcoming artists are getting scammed consistently, sometimes by bigger artists, sometimes by people who claim to have names, and I think that's wrong, and I think that you just need a little bit of clarity to know how to not get scammed, to figure out how to place yourself in the music scene without getting so many hits, because you see people getting ripped off just nonstop.
What's your advice for someone trying to get into the music scene? Because like you said, they're getting scammed. So how do you navigate that?
So you got your platform right, you record the music, you shoot the music videos, and you market the music videos, and you just keep repeating that over and over again. Eventually, you will get ignited. Something will happen for you eventually if you got the talent and you're hardworking. It will happen.
All right, man. Top 5 podcast in the game. He's not number 5, man. Kid L, appreciate you for stopping through, man.
For sure, appreciate
It's
you.
105 when to bounce.